Go goofy.
Welcome to another exciting episode of $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
Now, Mr. Magazine.
And it is BOLO Day. That's right. We give you the sales highlights of the past week and highlight us, Mr. Magazine.
Here we go. Kelly Tough Playboy autographed and kissed 9x12 canvas with COA. I took $50 on this. Why not? You know, if you're a fan or if you like Playmates with their lipstick on there, it's for you.
So
what a bargain.
It's on canvas?
Yes, it is actually white canvas. Yep, I remember that.
And they obviously stretched it over.
Yeah, like you see an art print. You know, like an art print would be, or a real art, canvas. Yeah. Exactly.
Right, but it's stretched over the.
Yeah. There's a wooden little. Yeah. And it's 9x12, so it's not huge, but yeah.
Okay, that is interesting.
It's a one of a kind piece, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you see this out there, it's fake. Or the person that bought it from me is reselling it.
There you are.
Next up, you're not the only one that can spell things wrong, too.
That's why I said when Mr. Magazine goes, I'm going to bring this one up. I go, oh, do so.
Yeah,
I'm
sure my employees did something wrong, but this is, normally you'd see this at Paperboy list and stuff like this and probably getting $5 more because he can spell Ithaca correctly. Ithaca, College, New York Campus Guide and Area Map Fold Out. It took, I don't know, how long did this take? It took about a year. About a year to sell for $12. And
Mr. Magazine stole my thunder there. Ithaca is an upstate New York town, home to, was it Cornell, right?
They're near Cornell, yeah. University, you're saying, yeah. And
yeah, Cornell. Well, Cornell's in Ithaca, and Ithaca College is in Ithaca.
Yeah, they are nearby. Yeah, very true. So, I mean, the pictures is probably enough they need to see. They can see it all there. You just need to spell Ithaca correctly to get a few more bucks out of it. So, and I know who did it too, my assistant manager. Next up, I put this up because I think it's a sucker bet. You think it's worth a lot of money. Annie with Locket. It's a doll made by Knickerbocker in probably 80s, right?
Yeah, when the movie came out and everything.
So, but it went for like $15. I probably paid that. I mean, at the very least, I paid $10.
Yeah,
I really didn't make much. So, and if you see it loose, I don't know if I'd even buy it. You're talking about a $5 doll, unless it's mint, maybe. I don't know. So, or if you're just a fan and you don't care, and you don't have deep pocketbooks, it's a bargain.
There you are.
Next up, my favorite season is around the corner, so I can finally pay some of my bills down.
Football season?
No, Christmas. Oh. Yeah, Christmas. No, I would lose. I'm losing on parlays. You've seen it every week. So you actually told me to bet the opposite of everything I want to bet next time. 1956 Reliable Pottery Red Christmas Lady Vase Planter Striped Mittens. Now, a lot of good keywords, but are they in the right order? Is this how you would do it? I mean,
I probably would put 1956 at the end. I think Reliable Pottery is probably Christmas.
So they're going to search on Reliable Pottery then, you're saying? Because obviously it's not Santa. It's not a snowman, so you wouldn't search on female or girl.
No, right. So maybe Reliable Pottery Christmas Lady.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And I took $90 on it. I'm sure I didn't pay anywhere near that. Anytime someone comes in, I'm repeating myself, with anything fragile, breakable, I always offer them 10-20% less than I normally would just because of the risk factor. Yep. And they're usually fine with that. All right. I repeated myself that I'm slowly selling some of the newer Star Wars things that I don't want. I'm getting older, and they're taking up lots of room, and I need to get out of debt and buy more collections for my inventory for reselling. So this is one of the things I had to go. Gentle Giant Star Wars Wampa 22-inch action figure. Took, I think, $500 for this. And I probably paid half of that, but again, it's it's a big piece. Does nothing for me. I like this is a remake, obviously, but I'm gonna key in on if I'm gonna buy stuff. It's gonna be vintage comics. It's gonna be vintage toys. I think that's where I have more passion right now at this point. And these are very easy to list on eBay and Amazon, so it's easier than giving them some loose figure to list.
That came in. That's the box.
It's a fold out. It's got a fold out flap. Yeah,
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it does have it because the original was like say 6 or 8 inches and had to fold out. They did the box the same way.
Now,
and that's it.
Is it sealed and that's why you can't do the fold out, or?
It's a good question.
Just because I'm wondering why they didn't fold out. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I think it does fold out. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to ask my other manager. But again, I mean, everyone knows what they're buying, so it's not the end of the world. But it would be cool to see the fold out. I do agree with that.
Well, the other question is if it's not taped shut,
right,
and it's not
Well, you know what? Now that I mentioned it, it probably is because
Okay.
the box it came in was pretty tight to it.
Okay.
So that's probably why they did it. I bet it is taped. Yeah.
Okay.
Or there's like a like a folding flip you push in the little slot.
Yeah.
I haven't looked, but it's one of the two. So yeah,
The only reason why would be
it does make sense.
somebody could be like, if it did fold out and you didn't fold it out,
Yeah.
have actually cut it off the
Yeah,
other
you
half
get it.
of
And
it.
like,
Yeah.
oh, who cut it off? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But yeah, makes sense. Next up, Transformers RID 2001 Omega Prime Optimus and Ultra Magnus set. I'm sure he sold these as is. Yep, sold as is, not totally complete. Magnus is missing something. Anyways, these are pretty cool. Gen 2 maybe. I did get $200 for the two of them, and I'm sure I paid 50 a piece or whatever. I bought a big lot of Transformers for like 20 pieces, and probably was smart to lot these two. It seems like they do go together, and they sold for a decent price. So if you see these out there, and I think these are like 10 inches long, so they're decent size, maybe even 12.
Right.
So let's see, I got any more left in the tank? I do, a couple more. Vintage VTG from 3 years ago. Hopefully we stopped that. 1995 Disney Pocahontas, Once Upon a Time, Locket Mattel, sealed. So the person bought this maybe like a $15 offer, and since I had it for 3 years, I obviously took it. And then he goes, "Oh, you're asking $11 shipping. It should only be $5." I said, "Well," and I remember this piece when I got it. It is oversized, so it's not like a little package figure.
Yeah.
It is oversized. And I go, "And you're in Colorado." He goes, "We'll just ship it in a sleeve for $5." I go, "One, it's still going to be more than that because
Yes.
you're in Colorado.
Yep.
Two, it's going to get destroyed because it's oversized. And it's $11 isn't that crazy to Colorado? Anything to Colorado, at the very least." And I just said, if you don't want, I go, it's based on size, weight, and location. I go, if you have a problem with it, just cancel. I'm fine with it. And they did end up buying it, but
Yeah, well, my biggest argument to them would be you knew what it was before you bought it.
Exactly.
That's the key. We're not going to negotiate. If you just lower your offer to $10,
Right.
maybe I would have taken it.
Right. And it's weird. They always do that after the fact instead of like, "Hey, I want this, but shipping's high. Can you do anything?" And then I normally tell them, I go, "Just offer a couple bucks less or something."
Yeah, absolutely.
And I did give them to $15, which was really 40.
Which is a good deal. Yeah.
I don't know what it's really worth at this point. A few years later, since COVID, who knows? But it's gone.
Yeah.
And I'll
absolutely.
be gone soon. Mark Eichhorn, Blue Jays, 1992 Champs autograph snapback hat with COA. So you're talking 8 months ago this was listed. It's not the best shape, and he's not the most famous person. And it is signed somewhere right on the bottom of the brim. I think I took 18 or so. I think 18. Yeah, so I'm trying to take like $5 less on things or something like that to make it worth my while. But anyways, obviously the Blue Jays are going to the World Series. This is probably one of the things. Hey, they went 92 and I think they won it, right?
What's the hat worth by itself?
Oh, this older hat probably
Probably
$25-$30. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I agree. It's crazy, and we put it up. Well, think about it. We put it up for 30 on sale for 24 signed, and it took like I said, 8 months or so.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Got to move product, I guess, right?
No, absolutely. You made money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I made money on this.
Wow. Cool.
Could have gotten a beer back in the day. That was a fool. Miss Shanghai Cafe business card, Hangzhou Market, Shanghai, China. Now, this is one of those things, Mr. Magazine, that I saw it and I said, I'm betting it's probably in Shanghai, China, but I don't know for certain. So that is where I did what you would not have your employees do. I searched Hangzhou Market just to verify that indeed was in Shanghai.
Yeah.
And indeed it is an area of Shanghai. There's a little map on the back as well. Not in the best of shape, as you can see.
Yeah.
It is all creased up, and I got $32 out of it, so
Well,
I was happy with
It was
that.
important to someone because they obviously had it in their wallet creased up forever. Is this like a 1950s piece? What do you think? 40s?
There was no date on her, so yeah, probably 50s, 50s, 60s, something like that. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe they invented "You Are Here" with that heart there.
It very well may have. Up next, Right Sewing Notions, vintage lot of 14, bias tape, single and double fold. I think I took a $20 offer on this. I don't tend to do this kind of stuff, but I believe I've shown a couple of these before in auction as well. I was at an estate sale, and they had a big basket of these type of things, and I think they wanted like $25 for the entire basket, just completely filled.
Wow.
And I said, I know that's a good deal.
Yeah, right.
I made my money out of it. It was difficult to list. It was one of those things I had to force myself to list because
Right. Oh, I agree.
the last thing I want to do, how am I going to list them? I'm not going to list them individually. So I ended up breaking them up by category, by type, by all the stuff. And I've made my money, probably doubled my money, have more to sell out of it. So
See, my problem with a lot like this, where if I got it for $1, let's say, and I can get 30 for it, it would still be sitting in a corner just because, like, I know if I give this to any employee, it's going to take them more than 5 minutes to list, maybe 10 minutes before they put these all out, and then they figure, how am I going to list this? What am I going to say? It's just not worth it, So, and again, stuff like this sits in the corner. Unless I prep it for them and say, hey, there's 14 pieces here. Just say bias, lot, boom. Just take one picture, boom, get it over with. I have to prep it or else it'll take too much time figuring out what to do.
right. This one I think I gave away. I think I took $40 on it, something like that. I thought it was very, very cool. Mm-hmm. But the flip side of that is it had been sitting around for 3 years. Aliens 2 official movie book, 1986 Japanese edition, Sigourney Weaver. At some point, things just get lost in the algorithm. And I just said, something, I think I'd rather have $40 than this book.
It's pretty impressive that it's that much, honestly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it should be, but, like, it's one of those things where if I had something similar, I'd be getting $20 after 5 years,
Right.
So.
Yeah, so I was said, something, I got to move it. It went to Australia, as a matter of fact. Somebody in Australia bought the Japanese language Aliens 2 American movie book. So I don't know. You explain that.
Well, plus there is a series out on one of the streaming channels, The New Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that could be, spiking it.
Sure. Why it sold, yeah. So it's one of those things. I think I paid a couple of bucks for it at a sale, just because a lot of people do stay away from the foreign language stuff. I said, I think I can figure this one out.
Oh my God, this is funny down here. This doesn't look like Rick Springfield from a distance, but it's really Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, wow, right? There we are. Up next, Philadelphia Phillies versus the Anthracite Basketball League All-Stars.
Okay.
A very interesting program from 1971. Now, this was one of those tough ones. Do I list any of the player names in it or not? But I didn't. I just took the picture. Roger
There have been
Freed.
some good players in
Yeah,
it, right?
Larry Boa, Denny Doyle,
Yeah.
Greg Lazinski, Terry Harmon. Yeah, so
Cool.
not bad players, but that's why that was my picture number 2. I thought somebody or other would like it just because it was the anthracite. I don't think I ran out of room. Otherwise, I probably would have put coal basketball league because the anthracite is a type of coal. But it's one of those really obscure items. Like I got $25 out of it, which is probably a steal.
Yeah.
But cool. Really, really interesting item. This is one of those items that now that I think about it, if I knew you were sending stuff in to be graded, I should have sent it in to be graded to get like an 8.5 out of this or something or other.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, and then a Phillies, collects graded stuff would certainly jump on it for 100 or 150. Yeah.
Right, yep. Up next, Seattle World's Fair Souvenirs Space Needle in Box, 1962. Now, I don't tend to do things like this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
However, I was at Clarence Flea Market. A guy had it on his table, and he gave me a good deal on something else, and I looked down at it, and I said, I have been doing this business a long time. I have never seen that before. Yeah. I said, not...
And in the box, you're talking 60 years old.
I said, I'm not overly interested, but I got to ask you, what do you want on it? He goes, I've been asking 10. Tell you what, $5. I go, I got to buy that at $5. Got to buy that at $5. Yeah. So bought it at $5. I think I took 25 or $30 on it, something like that.
I would think it'd be worth 50.
Yeah, it's definitely a neat little item there, no doubt whatsoever about it. And again, it caught my eye when I was walking around, and I picked deal and paper, and I bought that. The Great House of Guitars, Ooh. Rochester, New York, 1995 shopping bag. Long live the king.
You are the king of shopping bags, that's for sure.
$24 out of that. Of course, the House of Guitars is a very famous... it's the store that ate my brain, as a matter of fact, if I remember properly.
Yes.
Gentleman bought 2 of them. The really funny thing is the gentleman lives... I could walk to his house fairly easily.
Wow.
He lives just around the corner from me. So
you both live near House of Guitars, obviously.
We both live near House of Guitars, as a matter of fact. So don't throw away those old bags. You never know. Well, that's a setup joke.
We've been together 22 years. Sorry.
That's a setup joke. Up next, Folk Tales of a Savage by Batalobagola, 1930, hardcover dust jacket. Now, I messed up when I listed this. It did sell for $100. I was asking $159. It sold for $100. Very happy with that. I only put the one picture up, which really surprised me. A gentleman reached out and said, is this a first print? And I said, I can find no proof of any other print. He said, can you send a picture of the Verso page? I go, Yeah, at $150, I can dig it out and take all the pictures.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures, he bought it for a $100 offer. I was happy to see it gone. I should have provided those pictures in the first place just in general. Nowadays, I would. I did not then. I don't know why. It was 2019. I paid $1 for it at a church sale.
You had your year off on the sense then.
Well, no, that was his offer. For some reason, it's showing up as an offer. I don't know. I've never seen that before. So
Yeah, okay.
some eBay glitch here. But yeah, so who knows? Who knows? But happy to make that sale. Death, Pestilence, Carcass, LSD. Concert poster, 1990, Asylum 4-band blowout. 40 bids on that, my friends.
Wow,
40
that's
bids.
impressive.
Interesting poster for sure. I think it's like 11 by 17, something or other like that. Picked it up at Allentown Paper Show. So very, very happy. Guy had a pile of posters. He wanted $5 each on them. I said, what can we do if I buy the whole pile? We worked a deal out. So, and that was in there. I'm very, very happy with
is that poster size?
11 by 17.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, so it's like one of those posters that they would
yeah.
put up for the local
Cool.
shows and kind of deal.
Thin stock or thick?
Very thin.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So very, very happy with that buy right over there. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, and tickets were expensive for 35 years ago. $12.
yeah, well, Death, Pestilence, Carcass,
Yeah.
sell. Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.